Hey guys, I'm Hunter with Nelson Insurance. I'm going to get into how to handle your renewal. Let's get into it. So if your guys' insurance here is renewing soon, what should you guys do and when should you start shopping for that? So it's going to really depend on how big your business is, how long you've been in business, but I would say a general rule of thumb is about 60 days ahead. You should be looking at things. Your agent should really be reaching out to you, and you should be looking to see if there's any new options that have presented themselves. If you are a brand new venture and you're not coming up for 1 year in business, there's probably not going to be a whole lot for you. I hate to break the news, but you're probably be looking at Progressive or Geico. If you're one of them, you can go check the other one maybe, right? If you're a fleet, you really should be checking 90 days ahead. There's a lot more work that goes into renewal, and there's a lot more insurance companies that will look at a fleet, especially if you're general freight. So, rates with changing all the time, you're probably going to want to be looking there about 90 days ahead, okay? Now, I'm going to get into the stuff here that's going to change, that's really going to make a difference on if you should shop, if it's necessary to, what the benefits would be there. I think the biggest thing is if you're hitting 2 years of CDL or 2 years in business, you now have some more options. If you're hitting 3 years in business, you're going to have a lot more options now. So go from 2 years to 3 years in business is going to be a huge deal for you. Because now at 3 years in business, a couple of the companies that look at you are IET, Crum and Forrester, Berkeley Small Business, on and on and on. I'm not going to name them all, but you're going to have a lot more companies there. If you're getting 2 years in business, now you're going to have Nirvana look at you. We've got a really good company that's going to look at you. We're going to have Northland that's going to look at you now. And then the 2 year CDL experience, you might get a couple of those guys like Canal or Cover Whale who won't take you unless you get 2 years CDL experience. You might have been stuck with Progressive or Geico. So to give you guys kind of an idea. The other thing too is if you're now hitting fleet, that's like the holy grail. That is multiple other companies looking at you now that want to insure you. They're all for it. Please give me this guy's insurance policy. We're here to compete on it, right? Fleet is determined at typically, I want to say like probably 95% of insurance companies clarify or qualify fleet as 10 or more units, okay? So that doesn't mean you get 10 units in 1 year. It means, 3 years in business, you at the very least, and you get 10 units, right? So if you guys have any of those changes going on, might be a really good idea to look at some of those other markets, because those guys who are picky and not want to take you ahead of time are usually a lot more competitive, right? The other thing too is just, if you're taking a big increase, everybody's probably increasing right now. Actually, I just did a big renewal and they decreased, but that was one of the only, right? My last 7 Progressive renewals, barely anything changed and they jacked rates to the roof. I couldn't really tell you what it is, right? But if you're increasing, go check out the other options. And I do want to mention this. If you're with a current agent and you're not sure whether you should go check with another agent or if you just stay with your current agent and see what things go on there. Here's how I'm going to say this. I think what matters more is your agent than your insurance, almost than your insurance company, right? If you've got a good agent and he's got 70% of the markets and there's an average agent who's got 85% of the market, so he might have a couple other guys. He might have one insurance company that's going to come in $2,000 cheaper, right? But the thing is a really good agent is going to be helping you with all the claims. If they know that they bring on somebody else and you qualify for them, they're going to shop you with them right away. They're going to work on that renewal 60 days ahead. They're not going to say a day before, hey, let's make that payment. I know you're not getting loads right now because your insurance expires tomorrow. I'm now just sending out COIs. So that $2,000 doesn't do you any good if you lose a couple of grand for the renewal being pushed back in revenue, right? So it doesn't do you any good. So you should be interviewing agents, making sure that they have the insurance companies that you need, making sure they have the industry knowledge, they know what your filing should be, they know how trucking works, they know it's difficult to hire drivers and what the commodities are that you're hauling. You should have an agent who knows trucking in and out and has the access to the insurance companies to get those markets so your renewal is always looking good. If you're taking a massive rate increase and your agent goes, I got nothing for you, and it's 5 days to renewal, that's going to cost you insane money, and you could have gone somewhere else to begin with. So don't get stuck with that bad guy right away. And then that kind of brings me to the point here of binding your insurance. Like what I was bringing back, right? You want to be having your new insurance policy probably at least 3 to 4 days ahead of your renewal. Some of your brokers are not going to give you loads unless you get the proof of the new insurance already in place, okay? So your agent should be giving you COIs, new ID cards. You should be making your payment 3 to 4 days ahead of your renewal. You're going to have to go make a payment. There's barely anybody who's just going to set you up an auto pay and it's just going to renew your policy. Doesn't really happen, right? So you have to go in the system, make a payment, but your agent should be reaching out to you and communicating all this stuff to you. So that's how you should handle your insurance renewals. Don't go out every single year and shop out 5 insurance agents, because if you got a good one, he's going to see that. Believe me, all these insurance agents can see it. We have CAB. We can see how many people have reviewed the CAB report. There, at some point, they're just going to get sick of it, having to fight for your business every single year when they're working hard for you, but you're trying to give your business away as fast as possible. So you're going to shoot yourself in the foot to save $2,000. It's end up costing you $10,000. So again, I can't stress this enough. Find one good agent. You should interview them like you're interviewing an accountant, a lawyer, a realtor, any of that type of stuff, right? Insurance is not meant to be treated like insurance agents and insurance companies not meant to be treated like insurance vendors. They will give their time where time is due. If you're wasting their time and you're going out and about trying to get your business away from them as fast as possible, they're going to work for you. They are not going to go to work for you. And when claims time happens or renewal happens, whatever goes on, they're not going to want to go to bat for you here, okay? So you should interview them, and then that's how you choose your options, okay? So that's the renewal. If you guys have any questions on that, please shoot me a message, call me, whatever. My contact information is below. I'm here to try to provide value to truckers. So if you guys like and subscribe, that means a lot, and it would help me just create more content. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys have any questions.